Great, and here we are. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode. And I believe it's the 30th episode of Tai Chi for You. And as promised, I do have a guest today, and it's Kate Murphy. Kate is going to talk about Pilates. Okay,
Yes.
very good. There she is. Okay. All right. So why don't we let's just talk a little bit about Pilates, and then we'll kind of run the how we're going to do the show, and you're going to demonstrate, and I'm going to get up and try to do it as well. But
I'll keep it easy for you.
yeah, give me an easy 101 class in
I will.
Pilates.
I will.
But so what is like some history of it? I know it's fairly new.
Well, it was invented by Joseph Pilates in the early 1900s.
Okay.
He was a sick kid, so he was like looking for ways to make himself healthier
Yeah.
and get better. And jumping forward to the start of the First World War, he started to invent things for the soldiers to be able to get ready and better in their beds. So with all like the springs and the apparatuses from the beds,
Yeah.
he was able to help them use that to get themselves stronger. So it just kind of evolved from
Now,
there.
was
So-
this for in America or in Europe? Or?
No, it was on the German side.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Yep. Well, they make a lot of good things.
They did,
They
they
make
did,
a
yeah.
nice car.
And Pilates.
Yeah, and Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a tied in? Is there like a nutrition part to it too, or
Not really. I mean, it's like any workout program, like diet and exercise, but there's no like specific diet you need to follow to do Pilates. Anyone can do it. All levels, all fitness types. It's really
Right.
for anyone, which is part of the beauty of it is anyone can do it and just work on their core, which is super important, and then like flexibility and things like that.
so you said there is equipment, or you can do it in a chair?
There is equipment, so I primarily focus on just mat Pilates. So you can do
Okay.
it without weights, and you can do it without like props and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
or you can use a reformer, which is a machine, which is kind of like what evolved from Joseph Pilates using the beds for
Yeah.
the army guys.
Oh.
So, so there's a bunch of different ways to do it, and you don't need like I said, crazy equipment. You can do it without equipment and just
Yeah.
have a mat or a towel or something like that at your house
Nice.
to do it.
So we were talking earlier, just before the cameras came on, and just to kind of integrate, the Tai Chi with the Pilates, and there's some similarities, I guess, with the warm ups. Do you do like a set of like a basic set of
Yeah,
warm ups
yeah.
first,
Yep.
just to get the
Yeah.
body loosened?
Yeah, like some
and
nice
all that?
stretching and just like get things going and
Yeah.
warm up your core a little bit, and then it'll go into like some harder moves to hold the poses, and then different like legs and thighs and arms and all of those different areas, and then we'll finish off with a cool down.
Okay.
And stretch.
Yep.
So yeah, like any
Yeah.
exercise program, it's just like start, open yourselves up, and then go from there and do what you can do.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, is there any talk of energy or, well, we have feng shui and we
Yeah,
have power
yeah.
centers and things like that with the yoga and the tai chi, but is there any talk of that, or do you just kind of focus on muscle?
So there are some instructors that I've had in the past that do talk like that. There's a lot of focus of the core and stuff like that. So they'll use language like, your power center and your energy and things like that. I don't teach like that. I just focus more on the parts that
Yeah.
we're going to be working on. But it just depends on the teaching style, like anything.
Right. And I'll even tell them too, where it's the energy is happening throughout your body, whether you acknowledge it or not, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost, and we call it chi or energy. And I guess an analogy would be you can't see the wind,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see the effects of the wind. So it's like you can't see this chi or this energy that we talk about. We make an energy ball. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Before the end of the night. Everybody likes that one. But it's just it's setting forth an intention, I guess. And
makes sense.
I like the phrase to I tell everybody, just being open-minded skeptic, where
Yeah.
it's, it doesn't hurt to kind of just go with the flow and just, believe it. And okay, I'm visualizing I'm in water. Like when I taught, well, you also teach at the community
Yeah,
center. Yeah.
yeah.
And I did Tai Chi in the pool.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things with Tai Chi is you visualize, and you visualize on some of them that you're in water, and you're just having that little resistance of water. So doing it with it was, you couldn't get any better.
Yeah, I'm sure that helped everyone with their workouts too to really
Yes.
keep moving and
Yeah.
visualizing, like you said.
And
Yeah.
I tell you, it was tougher than I thought. I went home and took a nap after the first class. So it does.
Don't do that.
It's an exercise. And the same thing, it's not so much a cardio workout,
Yeah.
but you are, warming up the muscles and stretching them and having that, even it's just visual. We don't do it with weights,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
you're visualizing that coming down and then coming up in the moves. So, again, so there's any. Well, we're gonna get you up and demonstrate. Yeah, I know it. It's like, and then I'll be like, what?
You're like, what are we doing?
Because I remember, some of my first classes. I was the guy asking every question there was.
Yeah, yeah. Which is, I mean, that's good though.
It is because I tend to overthink something when I see it.
Okay.
It's like, all right, boil water. Okay, well, should I use this? Do I add salt? When do I take it off? It's like, no, just don't overthink
Right.
something.
Just boil it.
So I think the Tai Chi has helped. It's helped me in a lot of phases in my life, I guess. And it's mostly just the calmness and be able to, I don't want to say understand, but be able to see more things, or just see something and see it in another dimension.
Yeah.
Or just,
Well, more so, like with Pilates and working out for me in general, it's just taking that step back from everything else and having that hour or 45 minutes or whatever the workout is to yourself, and just using that time to just be present and focusing on you and not whatever is going on in your mind. So that makes sense to me, because that's,
yeah.
Pilates has helped me through a lot, just personally, just unwinding and clearing my head. So
And that's good that people use an exercise. Like it's, they hit the bag.
right.
Or they play basketball, or
Yeah.
whatever that thing that, and I talk about it's sort of that getting in the zone.
Yep.
And the Tai Chi, it's again, I don't like to get caught up with definitions of words, but it's a form of meditation. And the Tai Chi is considered a moving meditation. So you're not, sitting still on a pillow with your fingers crossed
Yeah.
and incense going. And that's a great form. That's, people in certain times of their life, that's what they need. And I've done it where it's just a focus on a candle, the flame on a candle. And you could have a guided meditation. Someone could be, taking you through, and just to, get you to deeper relax. So there's that. But I like the idea of still being in control, but letting go. And we talk about the two minds, the conscious and the subconscious.
Oh, okay.
And that's what it, and then we say the two bodies.
Yep.
The physical body and the energetic body. So again, I guess comparing to Pilates, it's, the physical bodies are both there. The energetic bodies are both there, but we recognize it and bring it in a little bit more. And then the conscious and the subconscious, where your conscious mind is, okay, I'm in a yoga studio, or I'm sitting in a chair, and okay, I got, my shoes are tied and everything that's going on in the mind. But then the subconscious mind is that part where you can connect to others, or connect to a higher source, or just, visualize that euphoria type feeling, I guess. And that's a great. It's harder to get to because your other mind's always pulling
Oh
you
yeah,
back.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like no, stay in this chair. You know it's nice and solid. Don't
Right.
don't start thinking about something way off or whatever. It's just you have to learn to kind of just reel it in a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
just like get rid of all the distractions
Yeah,
from, regardless of like everyday life or what you're doing when you're working out. It's just like get rid of all the distractions and, like you said, be present
yep,
there.
yeah. So I guess one of the another thing that ties in with them too, we're doing it, and again, everybody knows their birth date, but they don't know their death date, is the saying. But it's for longevity,
Yeah.
and I believe it helps with anti-aging. There's products out there you could buy to put
Out of
all
looks
over the
21.
face. Yeah,
Thanks.
but I think just the exercising and the body, it just itself. I had someone on that was a nurse, and we started getting a little bit into that and how the cells and everything. It's just you. And the thing that it's not talked about enough too is sleep, right?
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
body rebuilds what it can
Yeah.
after you beat it up all day.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, again, shut that part of the mind off, but the other part's like, let's get to work.
Yep. Yep.
And before that alarm goes off.
Like 2 hours later, you're like, oh, finally, I fell asleep. Super.
Yeah. So, all right, so why don't we get up
Okay.
and we'll start. We'll do a little bit of the warm-ups with the Tai Chi. So
Okay.
you can be a student, and
Okay.
then you can show me some of yours, and I can be a
All right.
student.
That sounds good.
All right,
All right.
good. All right. So we just start off standing up, and let's see how the camera here can find us. All right, good. All right, so the first one that we do a lot in class, it's called ringing the temple bell. And what that one is, and we stand shoulder width apart, the knees are slightly bent. Tai Chi, you're relaxed. So shoulders are relaxed. Just shake it out a little bit. Relax.
Cut me on a good day. We'll see how I can.
And that's the hardest thing for people to do is
Right.
relax. Right? Because
Yeah.
they're on the keyboard or they're driving and everything's going on. So,
Yep.
all right. So what we're doing is just nice and gentle. And you could see where the idea came from is ringing the temple bell. So you can do a gong. And it's not done, so many a minute or anything like that. You're just gently back and forth. And again, this little tapping thing is waking up the chi, waking up the energy, getting the blood flowing. So you could just say, yeah, this is to get the blood flowing before you can do your Pilates class. You
There
don't
you
have to
go.
tell them it's
There
a
you
Tai Chi move. So we'll do 3, 2, 1. Good. And just shake that out a little bit. So one of the things too that we talk about is the body likes to move in circles. So, and I don't like correcting people or showing people if they're not in a class type thing, but I've noticed they'll go right into right into a stretch as soon as they how about we warm up before you warm up with some circular motion.
Yep.
So one of the ones we do is we put our hands with the palms facing down and we just circle, and we call this like basketball size circles. So we just circle, and I borrowed this one from a 20-minute arm workout.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's not really Tai Chi, but
Still, whatever works.
yeah, whatever works. Okay, so now we're going to start to visualize. We're going to go palm facing up, and we're going to go smaller, baseball size circles. We just circle. So imagine doing this for 20 minutes now.
I'm feeling it now.
Okay, and then we reverse direction with the palms down, the bigger the basketball size circles. And then we'll talk about the breath.
Oh
Just-
yeah, I was going to ask you
Uh-huh.
if that Do you have special breathing as you're doing this, or just make sure you're breathing?
There is some, you want to do that deep, slow, get the nice fresh air in, fresh air out. Okay, so now we're going to start to visualize. We're going to turn the palms up and go into baseball size circles. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we go right into the open the door and close the door. So it's open, close. So this is where you could do the breath in, breath out. So it expands. One more. And then we go into reach up, and we visualize we're pulling down like on a cable machine. And then it just goes up, and then we pull down. We'll do 2 more. Reach up, pull down. Last one, reach up, pull down. Now we're going to visualize we're going to be pushing a weight up and just let it come down. So push the weight up, let it come down. One more, push the weight up and let it come down. Good. All right, shake that up. Doesn't that feel good? I forgot about that. We haven't done that for about maybe 2-3 weeks.
There you go.
Because there's so many different things that I show, and I call it like, we put it in our toolbox.
Yep.
So you can pull out a few, and we talked about this too. It's called a kata, and it's just a matter of picking. You can do 3, 4 moves or whatever, and just that's what resonates with you. So like a lot of times in the morning, I'll do I'll just do a reach up and come down, and then reach, and then. So it's just a matter of what you want to
Get out of the moment.
get out of
Yeah.
the moment. Oh, perfect. Thank you for saving me.
Welcome.
I was like, what do I say? It's like all that. All right, so the other one that we do, it's called 500 claps.
Okay.
And with the energy part, what they call a clap is more of a tapping, and you make like a cupping. So you cup and you tap like this. So this is what they call a clap,
Oh, okay.
like that.
Yep.
And then we talk about the energy and the meridians. So you start out, you come up the outside of the arm, and then you turn the arm over and you go down the inside. And this is just how the energy flows, and we're getting the energy. So there's the breath in, breath out. And then you want to balance, so you go up the other arm. And there's a couple options to this when I show. If you bruise easy or whatever, you could brush and brush down.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Or if you were, more into like a contact sport or something, and you wanted to, build up, you
Yeah.
could, let's go guys, come on!
Okay.
And get them going like that.
Yep.
All right, and then so now we're gonna go down the legs. We gotta get 500 of them.
Okay.
So it's down the outside of the leg, again, the way the energy goes, and then it comes up the inside of the legs. And there's a couple variations with this one. You could use a table, and obviously you gotta do one leg at a time, but
Yeah.
down the outside, because the goal is you wanna try to get to the ankle
Yep.
and come up the inside. Or if you wanna, do you balance at all with Pilates?
You can. Yeah. Yeah.
So you
yeah.
can balance and just go down the outside of the leg
Yep.
and come up the inside of the leg. And then tap where the kidney area is. And again, this is just an energy point. It's for longevity, actually, right here.
Keep things moving along inside.
Yep. And again, you don't want to pound too hard on the kidneys, but just wake them up and then bring it into the front and just get some things flowing there too. Keep them moving. And then you work your way up right to where, like, under the clavicles.
Yep.
Kinda. And this is a great one for the breath in, breath out too. So breath in, breath out. And then bring it around to the base of the spine and just bring it up, down. And we do this a couple of times. Over the top of the head and down. And I noticed, I saw out of the corner of my eye, you were doing the little beauty.
Well, I know.
Trick already.
Gotta keep it looking young.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
This, I tell you, they were onto something
Yeah.
thousands of years ago. And then again, it's done gently. You can use the just the tips of the fingers. You can do 2, 3, okay? And then you want to go under the nose. And these are acupressure points,
Okay.
okay? And then you want to switch hands and get the chin. Good. And then you want to shoot one hand up. And again, we're going to go down the whole side of the body. So start at the wrist and come down. And we talked about a lot of like lymph nodes and all that. So you want to get those flushed out. Good. And control down. Control the other one up. And balance out and do the other side. And the same thing, you could do this as a brushing technique if you're sensitive or bruise easy or whatever. Or if you're into the contact sport, you know, or the grandkids coming at you, like, no, go ahead, hit me.
It's totally fine. It's
Yeah,
totally
right there. So you build up, you know, you want to build it up
Yep.
to it. So after, you know, a few weeks, you can maybe go a little bit harder. And then on the fingertips, again, we talk about the energy points. Just kind of wake it all up. And then we do a couple of karate chops. Borrow that from the other form. And karate on the other side. And just on the wrist. Good. All right, shake that out a little bit. So let's go a few more of the circles. And then I'll let you take over
Okay.
there, teacher. Okay. So let's just, again, gently just circle the head. And I tell everybody, you know, if for whatever reason, you know, your doctor doesn't want you to do this one, just back off from it. And then let's go in the opposite direction. And we kind of have a 70-30 rule where we keep that little reserve. I'm not trying to overdo anything right now. Good. And then do a shoulder roll. Just bring them around. Again, nice breath in. Breath out. So you can see you really, even with the warm-ups, this is about the speed you want to do. And with some of the moves, this is about the speed. And then let's reverse direction. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then we do a slow motion hula hoop. Just kind of get that whole hip
Yep.
moving around a little bit. Yeah, we were talking about when, and going the opposite direction, about going in for an operation.
Oh.
You know, they want you up and moving.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah. That's
you know,
true. Yeah.
yeah. And before they had the theory, it's like, no, stay in bed for 6 weeks.
Exactly. No. Now they're like, oh, it's been 2 hours. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
You're ready to go.
And let's go down to the knees. And again, we're just circling the knees. Don't put a lot of pressure on them. And we'll get ready to reverse direction. Reverse. Reverse. And I've shown a lot of different variations of the knees too. There's different ways to do this one. Good. And then we just want to get the ankle a little bit. So just roll it around. And then take it in the other direction. Anybody notice I have new sneakers this week?
Those are very clean looking sneakers.
Yeah, right off the shelf. Try the other foot. 3, 2, 1, and take it back the other way. 2, 1. Okay, let's take a quick drink of water.
All right.
And then I'll let you do a few of the Pilates moves.
Sounds good.
Now, your classes are about an hour? Is that, yeah.
Yeah, right now they're about 45 minutes, but you can do it. You can do like a quick workout for like 15 minutes on your own. You can do half an hour, you can do 45, or you can do an hour. So I'll show you like some of my favorite moves.
Yes.
We'll focus on our abs and our
Oh,
quads.
okay.
I'm gonna grab my mat real quick.
All right. That was like the show that there he is. The show that I did. I picked my top 5 moves.
Yeah.
And it was just a fun show. Hey, these are the ones I like. So-
Exactly, but you'll feel these tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the first thing that I'm going to show you here, and you can do it too if you want, it's called the 100. and uses the breath, inhales and exhales
Okay.
as we're down on the mat. So we're going to keep our cores nice and engaged. You want to imagine your navel to your spine, so you're really keeping everything nice and engaged as you're breathing here. And we'll use light hand movements and flip them around, similar to what you were doing with your
Yeah.
basketball, the baseballs,
Okay.
just to break it up a little bit. So the 100 is usually 100 pulses through breathing, but I'm not going to do
Okay.
100 pulses.
All right, but that would be a
Yeah.
goal.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll show you a couple of variations for this one. So when I start my classes here, I'll keep both of the feet flat on the floor. Those cores are engaged. Your arms are down by your side. You're going to take that inhale to get started. As you exhale, those head, neck, and shoulders come up off the mat. And when you're here, you want to make sure that you're not crunching your neck down towards
Yeah.
your belly or looking up towards the ceiling. You want to look straight ahead here. So from here, you're going to start with your inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after this is where I give some variations to the students.
Yeah.
So you can bring your legs into that tabletop position, and then again go into the inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, another variation. You can bring your legs straight up in the air. Again, with your inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And if everyone's feeling good, you can lower your legs down to about 45 degrees
Oh,
and do the same thing. I'm not going to do the 45 degrees today
all right.
because I'm on TV. And so then from here, what I'll have everyone do is, so when I start my classes, I'll start with some stretching. So what we just did,
Yeah.
that is the stretching. And then I go into the ab routine. So I'll start with 100. And then one of the other things here that I like to do is keeping those legs in that tabletop position. You're going to keep your hands by your knees. They're not going to be touching. It's just for the placement. You're going to take your inhale to get started. And with that exhale, you're going to push everything away. And then nice big circle
Holy
back
cow.
to where we started. So again, arms out, a nice big circle back,
Yeah.
out, and back, out, and back. 3, 2, last one. We'll circle it back and we'll hold it here, get ourselves situated, because sometimes the backs have a mind of their own and everything runs away. Make sure everything's still flat on the mat. Same thing, hands by your knees. Inhale to get started. Push away, circle back. 2, and back. 3, bring it back. And 4, we'll circle back. And then we'll lower everything down, and I can show you guys the teasers here, which is another, still staying in the ab family. So that left foot is going to stay flat on the mat to get started. That right leg is going to go straight out in front of you. You're going to take those arms up over your head. Those cores are still engaged. That's very important here. Always want to make sure those cores are engaged. You're going to take that inhale again to get started, and as you exhale here, you're going to lift everything up. So you want to make sure that those thighs are parallel to each other, shoulders are relaxed, backs are nice and straight, and then you lower yourselves all the way back down. So that's one of the variations for that teaser. So I'll walk the class through that in a couple different ways. And then if people are feeling really good about how they're working out tonight, legs all the way out in front of them, arms up over your head, use that inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to lift everything up off the mat, hold it here, and then slowly bring yourself back down. So at this point, the class is thirsty. We have some water.
Yeah.
Take some breaths.
Oh, that looked great. Excuse me. So I was thinking, because I teach it sometimes with people that are in wheelchairs or special needs, whatever.
Yep.
So we do variations sitting down. So I was looking at that. I mean, definitely I can feel my core when I'm doing some of the, and keeping the arms out, but keeping them
Yeah.
engaged.
Yeah.
Everything. And what was some of it you did? What was that one? It looked like you were swimming, kind of.
Oh, when I was stretching everything back
Yeah.
out and then bringing everything
And
back
bringing it
in.
in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So no,
So
definitely.
you could do a class, people that are stuck in a chair for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Maybe they just had an operation again or something. But yeah,
a lot of operations.
a lot of operations. But no, because when I had my injury, when I had the physical therapy come,
Yep.
and some of the moves, because again, you gotta train your mind how to walk again.
Yep.
Not just the leg hasn't been doing nothing and
Yeah.
it's missing things or whatever, but yeah, so you have to just have a good attitude,
Yeah.
one,
Exactly.
and then do the exercises that she gives you.
Yep.
And we had the rubber bands on
Oh
the
yeah.
on the door.
Yep. Yeah.
Geez, I forget some of them, but
Yeah. No.
but they were great. Just like
Yeah.
just lifts. Just learn how to lift the heel and then lift the toes.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, good, it's working. They're both working now. It's amazing.
That's
Ah.
awesome.
Good. All right, so those were a couple of moves.
Yep.
Are there any that you can do standing up that I could?
Yeah. There.
Maybe
Yeah,
learn?
there are a couple.
Okay.
I can make some modifications.
Okay.
Let me move this out of the way. So. Okay. Yes, I know what I can do with you.
All right,
So.
because I told everybody I was going to do Pilates.
Yeah.
So,
So
you got to
you
now.
have to do
Okay.
Pilates now.
Okay.
So one of the things that I wrap the class up with is called side lying. And so that's when everyone's on their sides and there's like some leg kicks and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we can do that here, standing
Okay.
up. So you want to just still have like the soft knees like you
Oh,
had earlier.
yeah. Okay.
Because you don't want to lock it in. And you can keep your hands on your hips and still make sure that those cores are engaged.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And imagine that you have a string lifting you up towards the ceiling.
Oh my God, we're
Yeah.
so psychic because I was just going to tell you we have
Yeah.
something we call a golden thread, and you visualize it coming out of the crown chakra,
Yep.
and then the tailbone sort of drops, so it elongates the spine.
Yep.
All right, look at that.
Yep.
All right, good,
Nice.
good, good.
So you're gonna imagine that. We're
Yep.
gonna keep our hands on our hips to get started. We're gonna take that right leg, take that inhale, and just use that exhale. We'll kick out and come back towards the center. 9, and back. 8, 7, 6. It's weird watching myself do
Yeah,
that.
I started to.
5, 4, 3, 2. Now on this last one, we're going to
Okay.
keep that leg where it is. Point that toe, and you're going to make tiny circles with that right toe forward. So you go circle 10,
Oh boy.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Come back center.
Oh,
Right
reverse.
leg there. Yep.
Okay.
Bring that leg behind you. Just
Ooh.
tiny circles here.
Behind
10,
you.
9,
Mhm.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hands on your hips. 3, 2. Last one. Come back center. Hold it.
Oh.
Nice job. All right. Nice job.
Okay.
We'll go to the other side.
All right.
We'll go to the other side.
And you can always use a chair to help you,
You
balance.
could.
Okay.
You
All
could,
right.
yes. So same
So,
thing.
yeah.
Have a little bit of softness in that right knee.
Yeah.
Stand up nice and straight. Those cores are still engaged. Keep those hands on your hips.
Oh, that's the trick. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And then we're going to take that left leg, same thing. Tiny kicks up to get started. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep this leg where it is. Move it forward. Tiny kicks forward. Tiny circles with that left foot now. So 10, 9, 8,
Oh, and these mics pick up
7,
all the
6.
snap, crackle, pops
Those are our
too.
bones. 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back center, and then we're gonna bring that leg back behind us. One more set of tiny circles behind us. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ooh, last one.
One.
Nice
Yeah.
job. And then we'll finish off with some stretching. We'll imagine we did the full class, so everything is great.
Yeah.
We're gonna come down into our low squat to get started here. And this just feels good at this point. So keep both of those hands flat on the mat. Use your inhale. And with that exhale, we're gonna push ourselves up to our straight legs. And I like to do this at the end of the class just because we've done a lot of leg work towards the end.
So the legs are not locked, but straight.
Yeah.
And then the knees
Yeah.
bend a little bit to go down?
Yep. And then inhale again. Use that exhale. Push yourselves up to that straight leg. And that's what I say to the class. I just want them to stretch out the backs of their
Yeah.
legs. It's not about keeping your hands flat on the mat here.
I mean, it
It's
feels great on the upper back, too.
And then everyone just comes up slowly. Nice job. Nice job.
Good, good, good. Yeah. So, yeah, it was tough. It was. All right, let me try to give you a tough one now.
Okay.
No, well, all right. So the most when you ask somebody about Tai Chi,
Yeah.
it's you get the whole gamut. Like, oh, it's a dance, it's a martial art, it's
Yeah.
fighting, it's that thing in the park, and
Yeah.
right. So let's do the thing in the park.
Yes,
I'll show
let's
you
do
that.
Yes,
okay.
let's do that.
Okay. So hand on the hip. I
Okay.
got you. You know that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So before we do that, let's just talk some of the basics, and it's just called shifting the weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's from side to side. And this is that 70-30 rule.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 70% weight, 30%. And then it shifts. So if you want to visualize, like maybe you were, pouring water from one vessel into the other.
Okay.
So it's filling up.
Mm-hmm.
And then a nice breath in, breath out. And then we're going to build on this. It's called shifting the weight, turning the body. So I'm going to shift that weight. And again, that core, we're just turning the body. And about 70%, I'm not trying to overdo anything. And then I come back to center. Now I'm straight. And then I shift that weight and turn the body. And we'll do one more. So come back to center. Breath in, breath out. Good. All right, so those are the basic warm-ups for this move, and it's called wave hands like clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So you put one hand on a hip, and then we're just going to shift the weight, turn the body. Now see how the arm kind of got a free ride? It's
Yeah.
over here. I didn't bring it over.
Yeah.
So it came over. Now it's just going to lift up about shoulder height.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to shift that weight, use the body to get that arm to come across. And there's the cloud. Whoosh.
Mm.
And now you're on this side, the hand just drops down. And then it's going to shift that weight, turn the body to get that arm over, and then bring the arm up. And shifting, turning, release. And then down. So it's basically up, over, nice and relaxed, clouds, and down. So now let's try it with the other hand. So we're going to bring it up, and we're going to shift that weight, turn the body, and then wrist goes down, reloads, comes across, lifts up, whoosh, clouds, over and down. And then you just want to just like smooth off the edges. So I'm almost up, I start to shift. I'm almost there, I start to drop down. Good. All right, you're ready to put both together.
I think so.
Okay. It took me 2 weeks to learn that
Well,
part.
yeah,
so.
no, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, all right, arm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the idea is that the chi or the energy is moving. So think of little invisible force here,
Okay. Yep.
and that's what's dragging you. And now you're pushing that energy down back into the earth, and it's coming across, coming up. So it's like a little, like the puppeteer guy up above you there.
Yep. Okay.
So that's how it's moving. Okay,
Okay.
let's put them both together.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start off. One hand up,
Yep.
one hand down. Okay, so there's that shift that weight. Now, as this top one comes down, the bottom one's going to come up.
Oh.
Aha, palm to palm. And then I'm going to shift that weight, turn the body. Now I'm over here. Top hand goes down, bottom hand comes up, and I'm going to shift and turn. Breathe in, breathe out. So you could do a nice, long, slow breath with the move, or break it up. Again, we don't focus too much on that. It's, I don't want to say advanced, but it's more the true. Stay with it. So it's breathe in. Breathe out. One more. And
I see.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Only 2 weeks for that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then again, you add the feet
Mhm.
too with that one. So you're stepping out and waving. Return. So it's that clouds.
Got it.
But the martial art aspect, it's, obviously you do it slow and you're given a nice name,
Mhm.
but it's a strike or
Yeah.
a block or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, I teach it more for balance and meditation
Mhm.
type aspect to it. All right. Let's do that fun one. It's called "Come on in, have some pie."
Okay.
I don't know the Chinese translation to it, but okay. But it's got the basics, so we're just facing each other.
Okay.
We can do it like that.
Okay.
So we're just going to shift that weight like that's 70%,
Mhm.
and this hand is up like this. So we tell them, "Come on in." Shift that weight, turn the body. This hand comes down as this hand comes up.
Okay.
Shift that weight. Have some pie.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so hand down, hand up. Come on in. Hand down, hand up. And have some pie. So give it that little reserve. Don't
Mhm.
overdo it. That's 70%.
Yeah.
Okay? So as it comes down, it starts to come up. And then we shift. Now, as it goes down, this starts to come up. Weight shift. Have some pie. Let's try it with the other foot.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's, like I didn't say do your right foot, left foot, and you automatically pick subconsciously, that's my best side.
Yeah.
Your best. So it might be a little bit more tough to balance on this one. So,
Okay.
all right, so come on in. Hand down, hand up. And have some pie. So don't catch everybody doing that one. Relax.
Okay.
Drop the elbow. So down and up. Down and up. Just picture them smashing some pie with them.
Okay.
So, and you trick them. Come on in. And then they're not looking. Grab the pie and have some
It's the
pie.
most bizarre name.
Yeah. Again, I borrowed that from
Yeah.
somebody,
No,
but
I'm just saying.
But it had, and it's, I did a workshop with some other instructors and all that.
Yeah.
And I just and they were, going deep with things. I'm like, can I just show you one? It's like really fun and everybody likes it.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
did. They thought they got a kick out of that one. But it had the true shifting, turning, and the breath, and the hand up, hand down. Because that's, again, one of the principles. If one hand's up, one hand's down.
Oh.
If one foot's heavy, one foot's light.
And why is that? Is that to just?
It's somewhat to mimic nature, because a lot of the moves they got by watching birds and snakes and things like that, and they
Okay.
just see. But you know, it's just an idea. It's just and again, the martial art, I guess, aspect of
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
where
yeah.
you're kind of warding off or defending
Mm-hmm.
or block. So if that's the block, there's the attack.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then the weight shift, someone's coming at you, you can be like, weight shift. Whew,
Got
there
it.
he goes.
That makes sense.
you know,
That makes sense.
that or weight shift coming in on a strike. But yeah. All right. So let me think of how much time we got. All right, we got enough time. All right, let's do another one. Let's do this one. Okay. So what we teach, it's the Yang style, or that's the family's name.
Okay.
That style of Tai Chi, and they do 24. It's the 24 form, or 24 moves, or steps, or whatever like
Okay.
that. So the first one is real easy. You just put your feet together, and the energetic part, they have to have some connection. So it can be the heel, or you can have them straight on. So that's some sort of the energetic, and then we envision that elongated spine. Knees are slight, and this is called the 5 bows.
Okay.
So this is a bow. We're not military and like that. So there's 1, 2, the knees, 3, 4, and the 5th one is that elongated spine, and the secret 6th one is a smile. All these things I borrow from other instructors, so thank you very much. All right, so from here, and it's also called the Wu Ji position. And this is, it's sort of that where you get into the zone, or just no mind, like, leave the day's business behind, and you just, nice breath in, breath out. Now we're going to sink the weight. We're going to load up the right foot to make it the heavy foot, so we can step out with the left. And we land with the toe first, and then we start to shift that weight, and then drop the foot flat. We're 50-50, and you can adjust. So you need to get into it's called horse stance, like you're riding a horse.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Now the next one's called opening move, and this is where the arms are going to just float up, about shoulder height, and then they float in, and then they float down. So again, I'm not going to lock it out.
Yep.
So just, and again, if you want to visualize like an airbag or something blowing up, and now you're pushing that airbag down. Now it's starting to fill up, and that's what's raising your hand. I'm not using my shoulder per se. It's like, yeah, you can give me a 40-pound, I could do it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm using ligaments and tendons and visualizing, just float up and float down. If you really want to visualize, I picture like my fingertips like little rocket boosters.
Oh.
So there's all the work.
There you go. Okay.
Then it's the palms.
Yep.
Now the wrist. Now the elbow. And then the elbows drop. Then the wrists. Then the palms. Then the fingertips. In and down. And then from here, we do what's called hold the ball. So I'm going to shift that weight back over to the right foot and bring both hands up, and like we're visualizing like a beach ball type thing. Okay? Now I'm going to do what's called a half step in on my toe, and then I'm going to step out with the heel landing first. Oh, you knew that.
I'm just watching
And
it.
then we shift that weight. Now, top hand comes down as the bottom hand comes out. And this one's called parting the horse's mane. Or I had a student, I borrowed this from a student. She goes, oh, it's like throwing a Frisbee.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that's how she, like, parting horse's mane. So you got that in your head and you can't
Yeah.
even think of something. But throw the Frisbee.
That makes more sense to me than
Yeah?
parting the horse's mane.
Okay, so now the weight's in the front foot.
Yep.
So we just part the horse's mane. Now we're going to shift that weight to the back foot. And the front foot's going to lift up and do 45. Now we're going to shift that weight forward. But see how we stepped out? So something's got to give. I'm twisting.
Yep.
I'm twisting. I'm twisting. And now this foot comes up and plants. But now look at the hands. Look at the TV. I'm magically holding the ball on the left-hand side now.
Okay. Yep.
Left hand high. left, yes. Okay, good. Now we're gonna do that step out. So we step out with the heel, put the weight going forward. As we do, the top hand comes down, this bottom hand comes out, and we throw the frisbee. Very good. One more time. Rock back, 45 out, shift that weight forward. This time we're just gonna do that half step. I'm going so slow and talking. Half step in, stepping out, and we throw the frisbee straight forward.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's out there. All right, good. All right, just shake that out a little bit. All right, let's have a quick drink.
Okay.
And you got another Pilates one you can show me?
Yeah, we can finish off with some balance.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. I won't do it on the ground.
All right, yeah, we just have a couple minutes, so.
So this is kind of like a yoga-y type move too.
Okay.
So we're gonna still keep that left foot flat on the floor. We're gonna have a little bit of a lock in that left
Yeah.
knee. We're gonna take that right leg. And we're gonna bring,
Oh, what's this called? Tree pose?
yeah.
Ah. No, are the hands supposed to be on the hips? You gonna yell at me?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
You wanna see if you
Oh, the prayer
prayer
pose.
position. So we can finish off with this.
Back in. And if you come out, you come out.
You come out, yeah, that's fine. We're not here to be perfect. It's gonna fall out. I'm talking too much.
Yeah,
So-
you can't, right, try talking
Yeah,
and doing this, folks.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
And then what do you do, the other side now?
Same thing on the other side. So just
Okay.
finish off with that balance. So that right foot
Is the
flat,
hip, yeah.
locked knee, and then bring up that left foot in that prayer position. Hold it. Come back down. You do it one more time.
Switch
On.
sides. Okay.
Yeah. And watching yourself on the TV too.
No, no. Don't do that.
And then same thing, you're still keeping that core engaged,
Yeah.
that invisible string.
There's a lot to remember.
I know, I know. And then bring that leg down, and then we'll finish it off on the other side.
This side, okay. Come up. 3, 2,
Nice
1.
job. And then if you really wanted to challenge yourself,
Yeah.
you could cross that leg over
Oh,
and sit down.
yeah. Right.
Don't
That's
wanna try
something.
it?
So I want to try it. All right, so we start out and we cross. Nope, that's
No,
about
no, you
it.
tried. You did your best. That's all
Yeah,
that matters. That's
yeah,
all that matters.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Well, that's like one of the moves that we do. It's the snake creeps through the grass.
Yeah.
And I've been practicing this one. I don't know if I'm ready for TV yet, but it's you drop way down, and I shouldn't have, I do it without the sneakers.
Yeah.
And then you come up and out and then in and kick and all
Well,
that.
that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
practicing.
that's good. That's good.
Good. Okay. All right. Let's sit down. Oh no, let's do this one.
Okay.
We'll do the energy ball.
Oh, okay.
I almost
okay.
forgot. Okay. So with this one again, open-minded skeptic.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. So rub your hands together. And then what we're going to do is take 2 fingers and the palm, and we're just going to circle around the whole hand. And remember we talked about like that was an energy point in the palm
Yep.
and the fingers, okay? And then what we're going to do is just go a little bit smaller. We're directing that energy right into the palm. And you might feel something like a little thump, 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 but I did this for almost 2 years and I didn't feel nothing. And everybody's
Okay,
seeing
good, thank you.
colors. And okay, good. All right, so now put the hands, palms almost facing, and just sort of like you were playing a little accordion thing. Just pull out and see if you can feel a little resistance, like it's wrapped in taffy. And then you try to push, like if you tried to play with magnets and you try to get that
Oh.
push in with it and they bounce, and you might feel that little bounce. Or try just like shearing back and forth. Sometimes you can pick up that feeling or not. So now what we got, we built our energy ball. And a lot of times, if you were going to use like for healing, you picture it more like a golden white light.
Okay.
But sometimes you're just playing with it, and it might be like a fireball or like a heavy metal or something. You're packing that. Now you got it. So now we have it. So now we set our intention. Like, what are we going to do with it? You can send it to your garden. You can send it to a sick neighbor or somebody across the ocean. It doesn't really matter. But you have your intention. You take a breath in. Just send it away. And then come back. Cha. So that's kind of fun. All right, now we can sit down. Let's talk. Where'd you go? Oh, you're back on TV. So we learned a lot today. We learned where Pilates was invented. Yeah. And then we learned a lot of the similarities when we talked about things, that it just, again, that flow that kind of goes with really any exercise. But I guess it's the intention that you really want to focus on.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, that intention of the core being engaged, not just lollygagging around.
Right, yeah.
Just like the ringing the temple bell thing. Yeah, you could just, but if you're visualizing you're waking the chi and, getting things,
Getting things all
yeah,
up and ready to
yeah,
go. Yeah, no, that.
getting the blood flowing. All right, so you teach you're back with the classes.
Yes.
And
yeah.
even another, well, tell us.
Yes, yeah. So I do Pilates on Wednesday nights from 6:45 to 7:30, and then in the summer schedule, I'm going to be doing TRX again in the pavilion.
Oh, boy.
So-
Now, TRX in 5 seconds. What is
So
it?
that was invented by an Army general, I believe, and those are the straps that are
Yeah.
tethered to the wall, but you can do anything on them. You can do planks, you can use them to pull yourself up, because it's all resistance training with your own body. So
Okay.
you're the machine
Yeah.
making it work. So you can pull yourself up, and you can do planks, like I said. You can do push-ups. You can
Yeah.
do a bunch of different things, and it's a crazy workout. It's full body, which is amazing. So.
Yeah, I sent away for one of those 7-minute workout things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the plank was part of it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, give yourself 7 minutes a day. That was the catch that got me. I'm like, yeah, I got 7 minutes and I
Exactly.
could get a flat stomach. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna have to say goodbye. It was nice
Well,
having you here.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
And didn't it go
Yeah.
by fast?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
And I have a nice
Oh, thank you.
Tai Chi T-shirt for
Thank
you.
you
is
so much.
coming on. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
No problem.
So-
Thank you.
All right, guys. So next week, tune in. You never know who's going to be here. Until then, it's Tai Chi for you.